Ha ha ha. It is my turn to feast. Lu Chen froze in shock as he stared at the bearfish skeleton. Wait, my fish. That woman actually finished it all before vanishing. Even with only a few bites, Lu Chen was stunned by the changes in his body. He immediately sat cross-legged, centering his core energy. A massive surge of power erupted, shattering his cultivation bottleneck. I actually reached the mid-stage superhuman realm. He felt a divine aura enveloping his entire being. Lu Chen whispered in awe. The energy within that dragon-scale fish is truly terrifying. Even gnawing on the head alone was enough to trigger a breakthrough. He looked down at the clean bones in his hand and smiled. Every part of this treasure is precious. He then turned toward Du Ye, who was lying nearby, with a wicked glint in his eyes. A devious grin spread across his face. Hee. How about ... Du Ye looked on in confusion. Lu Chen rushed over, flashing a row of bright white teeth. Little brother, did you eat before I brought you here? He waved the fish bones suggestively. How about a snack? Hee. Du Ye gritted his teeth, sensing a trap in that tone. He thrust the gnawed bones toward Du Ye's face. Since you are taking the blame for me, I shall reward you with this divine skeleton. Du Ye's face paled as he stared at the scraps. Get lost. Do you take me for a dog? Du Ye pushed the bones away with a sneer. I would rather starve or jump off a cliff than eat a single bite of your trash. But within seconds, visions of a golden fish swimming through a vast ocean filled his mind. His resolve began to crumble under the weight of legend. He recalled the rumors about this rare species. The dragon-scale fish was one of the world's 8 ultimate delicacies. Not even celestial jade fruits could compare to its divine flavor. I always thought those stories were mere myths. Suddenly, he grabbed the bones and began devouring them frantically, his face filled with pure, unadulterated ecstasy. Incredible. Even the bones are this fragrant. Du Ye's attitude did a complete 180-degree flip. He gave Lu Chen 2 thumbs up, his eyes sparkling with newfound admiration. With a flattering tone, he begged, My glorious eldest brother, please catch another one. Let your loyal brothers finally taste the legendary meat. Should we not taste the actual flesh? Lu Chen ignored the request and walked toward the cave exit. Wait here, Du Ye. Your big brother has important business to attend to. Du Ye bowed respectfully. Safe travels, brother. Don't forget the fish. But he wondered silently, why did he call me Wang Jing's? Is that some ancient scholar? Outside, Lu Chen surveyed the distance, calculating his next move. Someone mentioned that over 80 disciples are plotting to ambush me today. I should have some fun with them to avoid future headaches. A cold light flickered in his eyes as he pulled out a silver command token. No need to waste mana on high-tier transformations. He decided to use a face mask charm to make them believe he was Du Ye. A sapphire glow enveloped the floating token and Lu Chen's body. In an instant, his features shifted into the perfect likeness of Du Ye. He waved casually at the crowd. Greetings, brothers. Are you all prepared? The disciples turned around, their faces lighting up with joy. Brother Du Ye is here. Welcome, senior brother. Weren't you stalking that buzzcut brat? Why did you stop following him? One disciple stepped forward, his face full of curiosity. Did that brat go down the mountain? Lu Chen replied confidently. He has appeared. I have men tracking him already. Go gather the others and meet me here. Once we are all together, we shall crush him. The 2 disciples excitedly agreed and rushed off to spread the word, eager to join the hunt. Moments later, they returned leading a massive crowd. Senior brother, we have waited long enough. Everyone is here and ready for battle. Lu Chen was stunned by the sea of people approaching. If I don't kill that bastard today, I'll walk on my hands. The mob was howling for blood and shouting insults. When we catch him, I'll stomp him into the dirt. Their leader laughed maniacally. Let's go, senior brother. It is time to start the chaos. Disguised as Du Ye, Lu Chen looked at the mob in silence. His smile stiffened and his eyes darkened as veins throbbed on his forehead from the sheer absurdity of it all. Damn it! Didn't they say there were only 80 people? There are at least 300 here. You bastards are really forcing me to be absolutely merciless today. Am I really that hated? Why do so many people want me dead? He kept his composure, gesturing for them to follow him. Fine. This way. Let me lead the path. The massive horde followed him deep into the dense forest. As the terrain grew wilder, someone whispered in doubt, "Why is it so secluded here?" Another person sneered in contempt. "That ugly brat loves hiding in holes like this. It just proves he is a lowlife who deserves to be hunted." You said it was nearby, but we have been walking for an hour. One disciple finally lost his patience, and Rotra stepped forward to question the direction. "Brother Du Yi, are we there yet? Did that kid escape?" Lu Chen glanced back with a chilling, mysterious smile that made their skin crawl. He lightly pressed a hidden mechanism. "No rush. We have already arrived." Suddenly, bolts of divine lightning crashed down from the heavens. He feigned a look of terror. Where did this lightning come from? The crowd descended into madness. Is some grandmaster undergoing a heavenly tribulation here? Stop this madness! The forest was filled with the smell of ozone. Wait, this is the lightning suppression array. We are being ambushed. Agonizing screams echoed through the woods. "Help! It hurts!" Amidst the chaos, Lu Chen stood calm, his eyes cold and calculating. "Don't panic. I know this formation," he shouted over the thunder before suddenly launching himself high into the stormy sky. "The exit is above. Follow him to break the array." The desperate disciples took flight, chasing after him directly into the heart of the storm. Lu Chen remained untouched by the bolts, but the others were blasted until their bodies were charred and deformed. He watched them with a wicked, satisfied grin. "Are you idiots? Who flies during a lightning storm? You are literally begging to be struck. I overestimated your intelligence. You are all nothing but brainless pigs." Desperate cries for help were swallowed by the roaring thunder. The mob ran in circles, falling one by one under the divine wrath. 1 hour later, the lightning array finally ceased. The forest was silent, filled with bodhis lying in the mud like burnt logs. Their hair stood on end, and their faces were caked in black soot. "I only wanted to be a simple outer disciple." One man groaned in despair. "Off to Divine Wind Peak for the tea. I'll get this haircut too." A follower gasped. "Senior brother's power is truly peerless." He endured that lightning storm unscathed. Perched atop a boulder, he smirked arrogantly at the crowd. "Ha ha! Just child's play. Are you all right? Listen closely." His gaze turned sharp. Raising a finger, he whispered, "This secret stays between us and the heavens. This was no accident. A traitor lurks among us." Silence fell like a heavy shroud as shock paralyzed the disciples. "A mole!" they cried. He leaped up, analyzing the scene. "Look, our massive numbers created too much commotion. We were sitting ducks. That divine wind brat played us. He planted a spy to leak our route and set those deadly traps. It was an assassination plot." Rage boiled over as disciples clenched their fists. Killing intent filled the air. But he wasn't done stirring the flames of fury. "Some here have no grudge against divine wind. Just onlookers, right? Perfect candidates to be bribed as informants. That brat is filthy rich. After all," he raised an eyebrow with a smug grin, wagging his finger. "The conclusion is obvious. ... Spies could be everywhere. Question everyone who looks suspicious," Lu Chen declared, ascending the steps with a majestic, commanding presence. "They've tasted enough pain. Next time, I'll deploy a level 5 lightning array right in his favorite cave sanctuary." A figure stood with her back turned. He approached curiously, finding junior sister Qing Cheng, plucking her zip. "How did you find me here?" Her fingers danced across strings, unleashing waves of lethal sword ki. He watched from behind, utterly mesmerized by her sheer power. "A master zitherist. I'm impressed." She turned, eyes brightening. "Senior brother, you're back." He smirked. Was that the god-slaying sword melody? Master's true legacy. Sound and sword as one. Even an ordinary origin soul cultivator couldn't withstand your strikes. Junior sister, she teased back. Your fame is growing too. That buzzcut of yours is the new trend. He chuckled dismissively. Ah, it's nothing. Not worth mentioning. She shifted the topic, recalling Du Yi's pathetic wailing while he was trapped in that dark cavern. Oh, I saw Du Yi in the cave. He was sealed by an array, begging me to release him. Know who? Trapped him. His eye twitched in annoyance. What? That brat? Tell me you didn't let him out, junior sister. I didn't. He exhaled, laughing as he patted her head. That's my girl. You're truly my favorite junior sister. Keep him locked up. I have plans for him. Keep it quiet, and I'll treat you to a massive feast soon. She was bewildered by the childish reward. His hand lingered on her head, leaving her flustered and slightly annoyed. Stinky brother. Stop patting my head or I won't grow taller, she pouted as he finally pulled back, laughing. All right, I'll stop. Time for training. He instantly entered a meditative state, brilliant light coiling around his frame like celestial chains. Determined to break through, his veins pulsed with raw energy. His gaze sharpened, focused like a predator stalking its prey. He sneered. I have wealth and endless level 5 arrays, yet his current power felt insufficient. This pace, it's too slow. The agony was unbearable for any mortal. Think, I need a distraction. He struck upon an idea. Cultivate while fantasizing. Visions of feasts filled his mind. Peacock rolls, phoenix sausages, roasted dragon meat. He drooled as the delicious images danced by, and the 7-flavor meat. Bliss. 3 days later, he looked like a shriveled husk, barely clinging to his fading life. Survival. The distraction worked, but the hunger was agonizing. He lay there like a hollow corpse, eyes void of life. Suddenly, his spirit flared. With my new strength, I'll steal the Yanchi rabbits. I've done it once. I can do it again. Transforming into Du Yi, he set off. Under a clear sky, Qing Chang sat with her senior sister, who twirled her hair playfully. Music's Tao is profound, yet your skill rivals our masters. The senior praised. Qing Chang smiled. Sister, you flatter me. Too much. Amidst the thickets, a familiar figure caught her eye, waving frantically from the shadows. It was Du Yi. Once spotted, he vanished back into the brush. The senior sister sighed at his sheer audacity. That thief stole the dragon scale fish. The saint issued a realm-wide manhunt. Yet here he is, acting so brazen. Confusion swirled in Qing Chang's mind. Strange. Isn't he locked in the stone chamber? Did senior brother actually release him? Perhaps brother freed him in secret to avoid getting dragged into his mess, she mused. Meanwhile, the imposter. The fake Du Yi peeked out, scowling. Security is airtight. It wasn't this intense last time I was here. The prize was close, but his instincts screamed trap. The Yanchi rabbits were bait. He could feel the danger. With his divine perception, he saw through the ambush. 2 Emperor-level experts were sweeping the area with their spiritual sense. Dozens of King-level warriors lay in wait. TSK. The fish incident really made them paranoid. This is Sishido. Time to retreat and rethink. Back at the cave, the Rio Du Yi banged on the barrier as Lu Chen returned. Big brother, back so soon. Where's the fish? Lu Chen groaned. Shut it! I wanted a change of pace. Double quotes ... but those rabbits are guarded by an army. Fish it is! Du Yi screamed in frustration, flipping him off. Hold it. You're planning to snatch the Yanchi rabbits too. You already used my face to offend a saint. Don't drag me into more trouble, Lu Chen barked, hitting where it hurt. Cut the nonsense. Aren't you just as much of a glutton? You've been obsessed with that dragon scale fish lately, so stop acting all high and mighty. Inside the cave, Lu Chen sat with a blade in one hand and a manual in the other. smirking triumphantly. I'm cooking the fish now, but don't expect a single bite. Standing nearby, Du Yi's mouth watered uncontrollably. He tapped his fingers together, putting on his most pathetic, flattering face. Wait, we're having fish? Why didn't you say so sooner? Big brother, I was only joking earlier. You can use my face to steal 100 times and I won't care. Just please, give me a taste. Shattering his culinary dreams, Lu Chen cut him off with a look of pure annoyance. Shut it! Don't you dare distract me while I'm cooking. Terrified of losing out on the feast, the man instantly silenced himself, his mouth clamped shut. He sat there like a well-behaved pup, not daring to utter another word. Lu Chen carefully followed the guide, boiling the water for 30 minutes before adding the secret spices. Soon, an irresistible aroma wafted far beyond the cave, catching Liu Qingchang's attention. Lured by the heavenly scent, she rushed inside with sparkling eyes and a radiant smile, drool practically escaping her lips. Senior brother, what is that? It smells incredible. He gave a devious grin, flipping through a book. Though the cover looked like a scandalous forbidden novel, it was actually a hidden manual for divine cooking. Who knew such a book could produce a masterpiece? Didn't I promise you a grand feast? Well, here it is, almost ready for you. Staring at the steaming, fragrant fish, Liu Qingchang's eyes glimmered like she'd found a legendary treasure. You're truly amazing, senior brother! She cheered in awe. Just one breath of that aroma told her this wasn't an ordinary meal. But her joy was short-lived as she realized exactly what was in the pot. It was something she usually wouldn't touch. Her expression turned to one of pure skepticism as she whispered, "Is this the dragon scale fish?" He simply gave a thumbs up. Lu Chen ignored her judgmental look, his smirk widening. Instead of apologizing, he complimented her for having such a sharp eye for delicacies. You certainly have great taste, junior sister. She wasn't amused by the praise and cut straight to the point. Wait, were you the one who stole it? Caught red-handed, Lu Chen tried to play it cool, waving his hand dismissively as if the accusation was beneath him. He looked like a man with nothing to hide. He gestured wildly, trying to weave a web of lies. Watch your words. The real thief was Du Yi, obviously, but Qingchang wasn't falling for his tricks. She exposed him instantly. Du Yi has been locked up this whole time. You were the one using his face to stir up trouble, weren't you? He was cornered. Giving up the act, he laughed and patted her head, flashing a bright grin. As expected of my junior sister. Too smart for your own good. She sighed in frustration. Crossing her arms, she pouted with clear annoyance. I told you to stop patting my head. I'm not a child anymore. She paused, her curiosity getting the better of her. But why? Why on earth would you steal the dragon scale fish? He gave her a sly look, picking up a tender piece of meat instead of answering. Why steal it, you ask? He fed her a piece, catching her off guard. She hesitated but eventually took a bite. Taste this. Then you'll understand everything. Her initial doubt vanished in a heartbeat. The explosion of flavor was unlike anything she'd ever known. Her eyes widened as she touched her lips, unable to believe such a heavenly taste existed. It's delicious. The spiritual energy is so rich and smooth. Lu Chen laughed heartily at her reaction. Exactly. It's too good to pass up. This is a rare treasure of the world. Since we're in the Holy Land, why not enjoy the best they have? Meanwhile, the gagged Du Yi was having a meltdown. He was practically weeping as he struggled against his restraints. I want some to feed me. Lu Chen just glanced at him and smirked, enjoying his misery. What's wrong, little brother? Suddenly interested in the fish. Too bad, there's none left for you today. He pretended not to notice. Du Yi, pointing at the plate. Qingchang, however, was in a trance. She moved like she had 10 arms, frantically stuffing her face with the delicacy. Du Yi watched his hopes wither away. He trembled with despair as she polished off the entire fish in record time, leaving nothing behind but the bones and the head. Overwhelmed by bliss, she beamed with joy, her eyes crinkling into half-moons. Dragon scale fish is truly supreme. Thank you for the meal, senior brother. Dewey stood frozen in pure shock. He couldn't believe his eyes. How? How could you two eat that fast? It's gone, he shrieked in disbelief. Are all women in the Holy Land this voracious? This is the second time. I did all the work, and I didn't get a single shred of meat. She ignored him completely. A faint light radiated from her body as the fish's immense vitality surged through her veins. This fish is truly a masterpiece of the mortal realm. Lu Chen sat back, surprised by her sheer appetite. She giggled, praising him again. I never knew your cooking skills were so top-tier, senior brother. Thanks for the treat. He sighed, looking at her with a helpless smile. You're truly something else. As long as you're happy, I'll handle the cleanup. Behind them, Dewey was pathetically begging for the leftovers, leaving Lu Chen stunned. Huh, what are you doing? Fine, fine. I give up. You in? Take the bones and clear them out. And don't forget to wash the dishes. Turning back to Ching Chang, he suggested, shall we go for a walk, junior sister? She stood at the cave entrance with a gentle smile. Actually, I have something important to tell you. They strolled together under the shade of the ancient trees. I was chatting with some friends about you today, she began. A bit better. One of them heard your stories and wants to challenge you to a duel. He placed his hands on his hips, his gaze turning cold. Who's the blind fool that dares to challenge this master? She sighed. His name is Zhou Yang, the 38th, true disciple of the human saint. He's at the peak of the supernal realm, and is known as the strongest fighter in that rank within the Holy Land. She continued, they say he's even defeated masters of the soul realm. He's the saint's most favored disciple. Lu Chen's interest was finally piqued. A peak supernal realm master. Sounds intriguing. But why does this Zhou Yang fellow want a piece of me? He watched her from behind. He's incredibly arrogant, believing he's the absolute number one. Ching Cheng bit her lip, closing her eyes in fear. She had accidentally let her tongue slip, and now trouble was brewing. Blushing, she confessed to boasting about her senior's feats. Zhou Yang merely laughed, his interest piqued by the challenge. Senior, is this Zhou Yang fellow actually your secret admirer? Startled, she waved her hands in a frantic, blushing denial. No, it is not like that. I just... mentioned you quite often. Lu Than looked half joyful yet completely helpless. Who knew he would actually challenge you? Men are so strange, she huffed. Lu Chen sighed, finally connecting the dots. He patted her head despite her adorable pout. Silly sister, hearing his crush praise another man. Of course, he is jealous. A suitor's envy is a powerful thing, she snorted in annoyance. Just ignore him, senior. He is simply delusional. Lu Chen laughed heartily. If I ignore him, would it not seem like I am afraid? Do you underestimate your senior? My past rivals were primordial souls and kings. He reminisced about raining divine destruction upon those who dared oppose him. Should I cower before a mere transcendent brat? My old enemies would literally die of laughter. He boasted with pride. But tell me, he leaned in, what is his background? Does he have any formidable guardians backing him up? She blinked in confusion. Why this sudden interest? You are acting strange. Normally, he would have powerful protectors. But inside the Tao Tri-Holy Realm, he is alone. Oh, I heard something very interesting recently. He is currently sparring with disciples at Mount Heian. Below the peak, Zhou Yang began his steady ascent. There sat Lu Chen, waiting on the stone steps. He looked like a sovereign king, wearing a dangerously playful smirk. Hey there, pretty boy. You are Zhou Yang, right? The youth did not hesitate. That is me. What do you want? Lu Chen grinned, cracking his knuckles, just making sure I have the right target. He lunged forward like a lightning bolt. His aura erupted in a blinding flash. Caught off guard, Zhou Yang struggled to react to the sudden, explosive onset. I am here for one reason. To beat you down. Lu Chen roared, Zhou Yang barely managed a desperate defense. A single, brutal punch sent him flying. Impossible, Zhou Yang gasped. He is only at the mid-transcendent stage. How could he push me back? Who the hell are you? Zhou Yang's confusion was quickly turning into pure shock. Not bad, kid, Lu Chen mocked, surviving my fists without spitting blood. So this is the legendary #1! Zhou Yang gritted his teeth. Shameless bastard. Lu Chen just watched him, waiting for his next desperate move. His pride shattered. Zhou Yang's killing intent flared. He summoned his most powerful artifact with a thunderous roar. You forced me to use an Imperial-grade artifact. Green light blinded the area as a treasure box meant, "You are dead meat," he declared coldly. Underworld Judge's pen. Life and death. Imperial seal. Activate. Shatter. Into pieces. Zhou Yang screamed, launching the seal. Lu Chen stood there, completely unfazed by the divine pressure. Watching the green light surge toward him, Lu Chen smirked. Before it could touch him, he summoned his counterweapon. Seal of life and death. Nullify. Lu Chen commanded. Zhou Yang froze in terror. What? You have one too. Only a higher tier seal could suppress my imperial artifact. Is yours a saint-grade treasure? Lu Chen's grin widened. Exactly! Taste the power of a saint-grade seal. With a thunderous crash, the artifact smashed Zhou Yang down. Looking at the unconscious youth, Lu Chen chuckled. Next time, just pass out. Immediately. Do not try to out-cheat me. My cheats are on a whole different level, he mused. Glad he had not triggered the saint's protective aura. If the idle saint finds out, I am toast. He quickly stuffed Zhou Yang into a storage bag. Hostage secured. Time to head to the tournament square. Meanwhile, at the Holy Realm Arena, the crowd was growing restless. Where is Zhou Yang? Did he chicken out? From high above, Feng Nan frowned. What is that boy playing at? The opponent has waited for an hour. He turned to his subordinate. Amo, go check his residence immediately. Suddenly, Lu Chen appeared before him with a mischievous glint. No need to search. I have news about Zhou Yang. Feng Nan stared, bewildered, as he took the letter. A stranger asked me to hand this to you, Lu Chen lied. Your disciple is kidnapped. Bring 10 long landfish and Dianxi rabbits as ransom. Feng Nan exploded. Damn it! Who dares extort me? He crushed the paper. Kid, tell me who is behind this right now. Lu Chen chuckled, leaning back. Do not get your robes in a twist. I just found the letter. I am innocent. Feng Nan's fury exploded. Lightning crackled and green light surged behind him. You think this is a game? Your acting is terrible. I will beat the truth out of you. But Lu Chen remained calm and defiant. Suddenly, Tran Vu stepped in, patting his shoulder. Easy there. You really want to touch the Holy Lord's disciple? If you hurt him, the Holy Lord might just skin you alive. Feng Nan froze in absolute shock. What? Could this brat truly be the Saint Lord's chosen? Peering at Lu Chen, the saint glimpsed the unmistakable divine radiance of his master shimmering. Behind him? Kit, is Lady Yaoshi truly your master? The saint pressed. Lu Chen smirked with absolute confidence. 100% authentic. The Saint Lord is indeed my master. Feng Xian's gaze turned skeptical and cold. Has Yaoxi's taste hit rock bottom? He scoffed inwardly. Why would she recruit such a useless piece of trash? Then how did you accidentally stumble upon this letter? He demanded. Just then, Amo hurried back. Lord Feng Xian, I've intercepted a message regarding Seihu. I found a letter to my lord. Another disciple chimed in. Feng Xian grew increasingly bewildered, while Lu Chen watched the chaos with a cold, mocking grin. Fuming with rage, the saint cursed the culprit's meticulous schemes. This mysterious blackmailer had certainly done his homework, leaving no room for error. Out of my 42 prize fish, he's demanded 10 and 2 Rouge rabbits, Feng Shan growled. Amo crossed his arms. Lord, I have a plan. Let's play along, for now. Once the thief shows his face to claim the tribute, we'll spring the trap and crush him. With a weary sigh, the saint agreed. On the outskirts of the holy domain, Amo placed the bait on a stump, waiting for the greedy shadow to emerge. Hovering invisibly above, Feng Xian kept watch. Below, Amo finished the setup and signaled that the stage was set for the ambush. Hidden in this spatial rift, none beneath the Saint Realm can detect me, he muttered, his eyes fixed on the loot with predatory intensity. Let's see you talk your way out of this, you little thief. But as the first day passed, the saint began to grow restless. The sun is setting, ... Where is he? By the second day, he tried to stay focused through meditation, wondering if the location was wrong. The letter specified this stump. On day 3, boredom struck. Once I catch him, I'm heading straight to the East Saint for some celebratory wine. A whole week dragged by. Just as the saint was nodding off, Amo returned, still cloaked in his own concealment technique. Unable to see his master, Amo called out into the void, "My lord, another letter." Feng Xian's loud snoring broke as he startled awake. Annoyed at being jolted from his nap, he tore open the barrier and snatched the missive. Another one! What game is he playing now? The letter was pure mockery. "Sorry, I knew you were hiding, so I let you rot for a week. Leave the ransom exactly where it was. And don't even think about tricks." Feng Xian's eyes turned blood red with fury as he roared into the sky. "You shameless bastard! I'll kill you." It's war. Meanwhile, Lu Chen crunched on an apple, chuckling. He had successfully ghosted a saint for 7 whole days. The old man must be fuming right now. He lounged back, grinning at his companion. I knew exactly what she'd do. "She'll come looking for me eventually. I'm no fool," he muttered to himself. "I wonder where Master vanished to. I wanted a proper goodbye." Liu Qingcheng approached with fresh fruit. "Senior brother, what are you whispering about?" She eyed him suspiciously, sensing another one of his pranks. "Did you have something to do with Xie Yang's situation?" She probed. Hit right in the bullseye. Lu Chen played innocent. "Me? Never. Don't slander your brother. I'm not that kind of guy," he insisted. Knowing his mischievous nature all too well, she didn't even bother arguing. She knew the truth. Suddenly, a blinding orb of light descended, nearly making Lu Chen choke on his drink. Both stared in shock as the pressure intensified. A saint's presence. Lu Chen quickly recovered, waving an apple. "Ah, Lord Feng Xian, what brings a great saint to my humble abode?" Feng Xian landed and tossed a scroll. "Little friend, read this. I've received a most interesting letter." Lu Chen caught it, suppressing a wicked grin. He read aloud with a mock-serious expression. "Listen up, Feng Xian. Hand the ransom to the Saint Lord's new disciple. I'll collect it from him later. Don't you dare set a trap, or the boy dies. And if he dies, your master won't be happy. The Saint Lord will never forgive you. Don't waste time looking for me. I see everything you do." Lu Chen sighed dramatically. "Too long. Basically, give the goods to me, and the mysterious hero will pick them up later." With a flick of his wrist, the saint sent the treasure bag flying toward Lu Chen. "Take it!" Lu Chen recoiled in mock terror. "Wait, Lord Saint, spare me. I'm too young to die. What if that thief kills me for this?" Feng Xian massaged his temples, looking utterly defeated. "Relax, kid. I've sworn an oath to the heavens. No more traps. I lost this round fairly. I just want this nightmare to end." But internally, Feng Xian was screaming, "That little rat!" As a saint, how could anyone besides the Saint Lord evade my senses? Who is this thief? Is it really this brat hiding behind the Saint Lord's shadow? This insolence is unbearable. Regardless, you are my master's disciple. I won't let you come to harm." The saint sighed, turning to leave. "I'm done here." Lu Chen watched him vanish, covering his mouth to hide a devious smirk. Leaving already? That was too easy. Time to play the hero. He untied the sack and tossed Sika Yang out. He actually surrendered. I thought the old man had more fight in him. Your master paid up, so you're useless now. Scram. Lu Chen kicked him away and shielded his eyes, looking toward the horizon. Lu Qingqing watched him, her suspicion reaching a boiling point. Senior brother. About C8 Shu. Yang ... You didn't really... He spun around with a finger to his lips. She. Quiet now. Little sister, you must remember one thing. Your brother is completely innocent in this little farce. She stared blankly, twirling her hair in confusion. If you say so, brother, what are you doing with all that dragon scale fish? He beamed, thinking of his father. A gift. I want the old man to taste something legendary. With a radiant smirk, he presented a gleaming silver treasure. Junior sister, keep this safe for me. I'm heading home now. Qingqing flinched in confusion, her hands raised instinctively to decline the sudden gift. It's a formation to seal Du Ye. He chuckled deviously. Release him once, I'm gone. I'm in a rush until next time. She stood frozen, a mix of helplessness and awe at his boldness. Under the azure sky, she wondered where he lived. Next time, I'll track him down myself. Deep within the palace, two men faced off over a high-stakes chessboard. Incredible! The Sword King's skill is unmatched, Jinggain praised. But Changlin only grumbled, where is that brat of mine? If he stays away any longer, I'll lose my mind. Smirking, he clutched a chess piece. I haven't won in weeks. Such a hypocrite. This steady Sword King had actually waited 3 whole months for the boy. Changlin let out a scoff. Tossing the piece aside, he declared, the wait is over. He's back. Above, clouds swirled as Ginjang's eyes widened. That brat actually returned. Lu Chen tore through the thick mist, soaring toward the gates. Finally, he was home. Wonder if the old man missed me. He strolled in, completely ignoring his father's thunderous expression during the match. Old man, I'm home. His father glared with murderous intent, unable to suppress his boiling frustration and rage. You, brat! You said a few days, yet months have passed. Lu Chen sighed heavily. Don't even get me started. Believe me, I wanted to be back sooner. Fang Changlin interjected. So, you're Lu Chen. Who taught you that sword technique? Dismissive, Lu Chen retorted. The Sword King. Huh, and why exactly do I owe you an answer? Old man, I won't waste words. I'll see for myself. Suddenly, blinding light erupted, and a dense fog swallowed the entire room. Lu Chen shielded his eyes but didn't budge. Sword intent. So this is why they call you a Supreme Master. Imperial Sword Intent. A rare level indeed. Impressive, he scoffed, clasping his hands as his own power began to surge. A weapon manifested, mastering both the technique and intent. You truly are who I suspected, the Sword King mused. Only intent can match intent. Watch this. Why would someone so powerful hide in a backwater kingdom like Qi? Instantly, an invisible blade of pure energy materialized. Standing amidst the swirling mist, Lu Chen's gaze turned icy and proud. Arms outstretched, a cold smirk played on his lips. Sword intent. Flowing water. Absolute silence. Fang Changlin stared in shock. What? A mere Transcendent Realm brat possesses sword intent. His shock quickly transformed into pure, unbridled excitement. Just how old are you? A monster. A true genius. He had finally found a priceless diamond in the rough. Seeing the boy's potential, he laughed heartily. Forget my dead disciple all is forgiven for a talent like yours. Lu Chen narrowed his eyes in suspicion. How about it? Become my disciple. Not a chance, Lu Chen replied instantly. Feng Changlen was baffled. Who would refuse such a golden opportunity? Are you sure you don't want to reconsider? I'll guide you to the king realm. You'll slay kings like dogs. Sorry, I've already got enough masters, Lu Chen replied. Besides, your skills are far from enough to teach me, especially since you're an outcast from the Sword Emperor Palace. Why would a mighty Sword King hide in this desolate kingdom? You must have been exiled for some grave mistake. Exiled? Weren't you? The king gasped. How do you know that place? Wait. The technique, the intent, ... It makes sense. You clearly belong to that world too. Gazing at the drifting clouds, the Sword King began to recount his past. I was cast out for offending the elders, forbidden from ever stepping foot into the Azure realm again. Lu Chen remained unfazed, having heard such tragic tales before. Now, I'm stuck in this tiny, insignificant kingdom forever. If you're from the palace too, I'll back off. Lu Chen smiled thinly. Not so fast. Let's make a deal. Help my father seize the throne and destroy the key emperor. In return, I'll restore your status in the palace. The Sword King hesitated. Such bold words. You're a genius, but that's an impossible feat for anyone. 4 Peak Lords signed my exile. Even the sect leader is powerless against their combined will. Lu Chen smirked. There's no one in that palace I can't handle. If I say you're going back, you're going back. He summoned a blade even more powerful than before. Don't believe me? Then how about you believe this? The Silver Moon Divine Sword. The king screamed. You're the Sword Master. That's impossible. It can't be. You're only in the Transcendent Realm. Even the Sword Saints couldn't tame that blade. How did he do it? Yet here it was, in Lu Chen's hands. What does my realm matter? He teased, the sword humming with divine power. With a confident grin, he added, I have powerful connections. Becoming a sword master is child's play for me. Speechless, the Sword King sighed and bowed in submission. Very well. I shall follow your lead. Lord Sword Master. Lu Chen finally broke the silence. What secret plot are you two whispering about? Why the soundproof barrier? Keeping secrets from me. Lu Chen and the other bursts into laughter, playing it off. Relax, old man. It is nothing major. Just stay prepared. Your only job is to sit on the key emperor's throne, Lu Chen declared. Feng Lam added, that is right, old friend. I will make sure you wear that crown. Lu Chen stared in disbelief, baffled by this suspiciously sudden and close bromance between the two. He gave a thumbs up in approval, though his mind was racing. Asterisk, what on earth is going on here? Since when did you two become best friends? He asked curiously. I definitely need some answers. For example, when did this conspiracy begin? He frowned, worry etching his face. Overthrowing the key emperor. Isn't this decision too reckless? Lu Chen gave a confident thumbs up. Don't worry. We will personally escort the emperor to the afterlife. Isn't this moving too fast? He stroked his beard. We are outnumbered and outmatched. Just the 3 of us? Against an empire, Lu Chen remained calm. The emperor sees you as a thorn in his side. Sending only 2 kings. Last time was an insult to your strength. This time, we strike first. Kim Dat Thursday nodded. He is right though. Our numbers are thin. I will recruit 1 more powerful ally named Lam Viet. Kim Dat Thursday suggested. Who? Lu Chen asked. Lu Chen asked. Wasn't Lam Viet executed? Kim Dat Thursday smirked. He masters soul arts. Even with a shattered body, he can cheat death. Lu Chen bowed in respect. Incredible. Then please, Brother Kim, bring him out of seclusion. We will await your triumph. With a wild shout, Kim Dat Thursday leaped away. Consider it done. I am off. Lu Chen watched him vanish. Turning to his son, he narrowed his eyes. All right, you brat, spill it. What kind of monstrous luck did you find to make a Sword King follow your lead? Lu Chen laughed heartily at the question. I told you. My master is a living legend. At his place, even the gatekeeper could beat you to a pulp. Dad? Lu Chen grit his teeth, fuming. Oh, that powerful, huh? Why didn't you bring a gatekeeper to help us then? Or is your rank there lower than a common servant? Lu Chen froze, his jaw dropping. Then, a sudden realization hit him. Wait. With such a go-to-your background, why am I playing games with this trash emperor? Meanwhile, in the Key Palace, the emperor sat seated. Even Kim Dat Thursday dares to betray me, the emperor roared. What did the Lu clan do to sway him? The head eunuch stepped forward. Summon the Martial King and the Demon Suppression King immediately. The Martial King, a peak powerhouse, entered with a smirk. Your Majesty, he bowed. The Demon Suppression King followed, his presence heavy. The emperor looked down coldly from his heights. Go to the Lu Kingdom. Tell the Sword King. If he wants to live, he must take my son, Ki-han, as his disciple. Refusal means death. Then, bring me the heads of every Lu family member. The Demon Suppression King stepped forward. Your Majesty, I alone am enough to crush them. Sword cultivators are dangerously skilled. The Emperor hissed, go together. Strike fast and show no mercy. Do not fail me, as you command. They roared in unison. Back at the Lu Palace, Lu Chen sat before a lavish feast of 7 exotic fish. The divine aroma filled the air. Lu Chen barged in, shouting, You brat! What's that heavenly smell? It is dragon-scaled fish from my master's pond. Lu Chen grinned. His father scoffed HMPH. At least you know how to show some filial piety. Not a waste of a son after all. Seeing figures at the door, he gestured. Perfect timing. Brother Kim and Lam Viet, come taste this delicacy. Lam Viet entered, perched on Kim's shoulder. Dragon-scale fish, one of the 8 treasures. You actually have this? You must be Lam Viet, Lu Chen noted. Soul arts are truly miraculous to grant such youth. Lam Viet stared back coldly. Where is the one who summoned me? He demanded. Who claims they can kill the emperor? Kim pointed straight at Lu Chen. Lam Viet's eyes widened in disbelief. Him, a mere Transcendent Realm. Brat, this is a joke. Lu Chen summoned a bolt of lightning. I may be transcendent, but with a grade 7 lightning array. Is killing an emperor really that hard? A grade 7 array. They gasped, paralyzed with shock. Lu Chen chuckled. Relax. Don't let your jaws hit the floor. Let's eat. High above, the Martial King sniffed the air. Do you smell that? The Demon Suppression King nodded. It is incredible. Is that ... grilled dragon-scale fish? They wondered. Suddenly, their faces hardened as they glared down at the palace. By order of the Key Emperor, we have come to purge the rebels. The Martial King bellowed, his voice shaking the sky. Lu Chen, Lu Chen, come out and face your judgment. Kim Dat, Thursday, and the others stepped out, smirking at the sky. So it is just the Martial and Demon Kings, Kim mocked. Quite a noisy entrance. The Demon King pointed a finger. Traitor, you betray the Emperor. Your sin demands death. Kim Dat Thursday just laughed. Spare me the lecture. You think death scares me? Blue aura exploded from the Demon King. You deserve execution. But His Majesty is merciful and offers you a single chance. Become the prince's master and surrender your sword techniques, and your life will be spared. Kim Dat Thursday yawned. Is that all? Now, get lost. You are ruining my appetite for this fish. Enraged, the Demon King unleashed a devastating emerald palm strike. Arrogant, do you truly believe that the title of Sword King makes you invincible? Let us see if your weight matures your reputation. The Demon King's strike sent Jian GQ reeling. He watched his foe tumble and laughed. Is this the #1 Sword King? Utterly pathetic. Suddenly, a chopstick, infused with terrifying force, streaked through the air. What? The king screamed. The simple utensil tore through his palm effortlessly. Staring at his bleeding hand, he gasped in disbelief. A chopstick. Is this your secret treasure? Jian Jikyu raised another. Fool. It is just dinnerware. Infused with my sword intent, even a common tool becomes a divine blade that slays gods. You cannot even gauge your opponent's power, Jian Yakyu mocked. You are not worth my actual treasure. How dare you look down on me? The Demon King roared. Meanwhile, the Martial King landed. Your protector is busy. Commit suicide now, or I will ensure there is nothing left to bury. Lu Chen smirked. Weren't you that lowly guard from the Green Realm? Did my brother not pay enough? The Martial King froze. The Chaos Demon King, why are you here? His heart sank in terror. This brat's background was legendary. Even the most powerful masters could not touch him back then. Remembering Lu Chen's vengeful nature, the Martial King shut. I am dead. He never forgets. A grudge. Forced to switch sides, he bowed. Young Master Lu, what a pleasant surprise. Forgive my ignorance. Internally, he cursed the Emperor for offending a literal god. Lu Chen's father looked on in shock. How do you know these people? His father barked. Lu Chen shrugged. I know half the elites. The Demon King dived down, desperate. Martial King, help me. This swordsman is a monster. Let us join forces. Why are those weaklings still alive? We must deal with the Sword King first. Lu Chen shouted back. Hey, fatty! You have miscalculated. The Martial King belongs to me now. Nonsense! The Demon King raged, but the Martial King stepped behind him. He is right. Defect. Impossible. What did I miss? Suddenly, a searing orb of flame erupted through his chest. Lin Yu's aura flickered. You missed your only chance to survive. How remarkably fragile you are. He could not even withstand a casual soul technique. Back at the palace, a soldier rushed in. Your Majesty, the Martial King has rebelled, and the demon-suppressing king has been slain. Emperor Qi's laughter was chilling. Betrayal everywhere. Do they think they can challenge a dragon? 3 centuries of peace have made the world forget my terror. I shall end this myself. At the Lu Palace, Lu Chen outlined his strategy. We strike here, and then we strike there. Jian Yakyu nodded. Perfect. Simple, yet deadly. Lu Chen's father grumbled about his son's boldness. Why all the planning? Let us just flatten them. Lu Chen sighed. Father, use your head more. If only his Tao protector were here, he would not need to think. He missed that old powerhouse. Flashback. The Saint Realm protector weeping. Take me with you. Little Chen, don't leave me. No way. My father would laugh at me if I brought a crying saint back home. Stay in the Green Realm, Lu Chen yelled. The old man wailed. You heartless, cruel brat. Lu Chen just laughed. I am a scoundrel, remember? Heartless is what I do best. Now facing an emperor, Lu Chen sighed. Maybe I should have brought that old crybaby along. He turned to Jian Yakyu. What is the emperor's actual rank? Has he reached great perfection? Not yet. I estimate he is at the mid or late stage of the emperor realm. That makes things easier. I will prepare a 2-layered formation as a welcoming gift. They gathered at the field. A ranked 7 formation, Jian Jikyu asked, his eyes widening. Lin, you watched in awe, while Lu Chen's father worried about the astronomical costs. Lu Chen waved his hand, and the phantom of a white tiger manifested in golden light. White tiger, guards the gates. Azure Dragon, descend and slaughter every last enemy. An azure dragon roared to life. Lu Chen channeled a golden storm into the heavens. 7749. Stages of death. Rise! Emperor's burial formation! The end begins now! Blood sacrifice for the city gates. A rift tears through the sky, and the key emperor descends, his gaze burning with murderous intent. Lu Kingdom, I have arrived. He roars, channeling immense spiritual energy. His voice thunders toward the palace, branding his rivals as wretched traitors. With a demonic snarl, he bellows for them to crawl out and meet their doom. But Lu Zhengen steps forward, mocking the emperor's late arrival. We've been expecting you, the group declares. The key emperor's eyes turn cold as ice, vowing to erase the Lu bloodline from existence forever. What foul sorcery turns ye against me? He demands. Glaring at Jian Jikyu, he growls. For centuries, I treated you like my own brother. Jian Jikyu simply tosses his head back and laughs. We were friends, not master and servant. Since when is choosing freedom called treason? 5 colored energy surges in the emperor's palm. Clever words, old man. But what about you, Martial King? I saved your life years ago. You swore an eternal oath of fealty. Why the betrayal? The Martial King let out a mocking chuckle. If I hadn't faked those wounds... ... How else could I have infiltrated your inner circle? He recites an ancient decree. The wealth god descends, revealing a glowing red seal. I hail from the legendary wealth god clan. Do you truly believe a speck like you deserves my eternal loyalty? The emperor lands, stunned. I've never heard of such a clan. What's your goal? The Martial King sneers. A small fry like you has no right to know my house, and you aren't worthy of Liu Jing's legacy. The emperor's face darkens as the truth hits. So, that's it. You're after the treasure map. Blue spiritual flames erupt from his fist as he charges. In your dreams. Nearby, Lu Chen frowns. The name Lu Jing, sounding strangely familiar. The legendary sovereign from 8,000 years ago. Before he can finish, the emperor's strike hits, but a shimmering barrier blocks the blow. The shield shatters into 1,000 shards. The emperor grins wickedly. Formations? So, you must be the brat Lu Chen everyone keeps mentioning. As the emperor looms closer, Lu Chen smirks. A mere rank 5 array might trap a king, but using it against an emperor, pure arrogance. One casual strike was enough to crush your toy. The empress, Lu Chen, nods calmly. Naturally! A rank 5 array is nothing to you. But that barrier was just a distraction to lure you in. Lu Chen counters, holding up an ancient jade plate. Now, witness rank 7. Being this close was your final mistake. As he speaks, pillars of blinding golden radiance erupt, sealing the space around the panicked emperor. The rank 7 emperor's grave array activates. The golden shockwave slams into the emperor, forcing him to spit blood. What? How is this possible? Lu Chen stands at the center, wreathed in a terrifying crimson aura. The emperor's mind races. A rank 7 array? Only saints possess this. How could a backwater kingdom have this? It's impossible. He must be using an illusion to scare me. He screams in denial. Massive boulders materialize, circling the trapped emperor like predators. Enough talk! You narrow-minded fool from a tiny pond. Lu Chen's voice echoes. Seething with primal rage, the emperor's sanity begins to fray. You shouldn't have a rank 7 array. I won't fall for your cheap tricks. He unleashes a colossal hurricane of destruction. Perish, you brat! But a flash of golden light cuts through the storm, neutralizing the strike. Terror finally flickers in the emperor's eyes. It really is rank 7. Fine, but even so, it can only serve as a shield. Lu Chen responds with a cold, mocking sneer. A rank 7 defensive array burns through hundreds of millions of stones every minute. The emperor jeers. Once your resources run dry, I'll personally tear your head off. Lu Chen just laughs. I might be humble, but don't worry about my wallet. I have enough stones to keep this running for years, Lu Chen reveals, lifting a wooden command token. However, you did remind me. ... Wasting so much wealth on a corpse like you is excessive. This defensive barrier has served its purpose long enough. Time to end this. Sovereign slaughter. Addictive. Lu Chen bellows. The ground trembles as titanic monoliths soar into the heavens, turning the sky into a killing field. The Emperor's face turns ghostly pale. What? An offensive array too. Golden shackles of pure energy bind his limbs, pinning him down. To own one, rank 7 array, is a miracle. But 2? It's impossible. Suddenly, golden light infused with karmic hellfire engulfs his body. He screams in fury as his arm begins to disintegrate. Curse you! As the flesh burns away, strange mechanical gears are exposed within. Sacred treasure. Thousand-hand Aegis. Activates. From the stump of his arm, a beam of blinding azure light erupts, clashing against the formation. Lin Yu's eyes widen in disbelief. He was hiding a trump card. A saint artifact that can defy a rank 7 array. That's no saint artifact, it's merely a high-tier imitation. The martial king muses. He likely scavenged some scraps from Liu Jing's hidden map. Lu Chen strokes his chin with a contemptuous smirk. Is this your ultimate move? A pathetic imitation infused with a tiny fragment of power. A true saint merely breathed on this trash. With a flick of his wrist, 10 pillars of golden judgment streak toward the Emperor. You ignorant fool. Did you really think this garbage could withstand my slaughter array? The Emperor desperately swings his artifact to parry. Shut up! This is a genuine divine treasure, he roars. Your formation is useless now. Your death is only a matter of time. Lu Chen directs the radiant beams with a cold laugh. You absolute moron. Did you honestly believe you'd seen the true limit? That was just the warm-up. Now, witness the slaughter array at maximum output. Strike. The golden light becomes an inescapable web of death. No, ... This can't be happening. He screams, his voice cracking with terror. Thick plumes of black smoke rise as his very essence burns. The Emperor's physical form begins to tear apart under the overwhelming pressure. He bellows in agony, finally realizing the terrifying gap between them. He shrieked in agony as his visage melted into nothingness. Qi Huang roared in defiance. Lu Chen, a pulse of violet light surged through his form. Only a skeletal remains shrieked out, I curse you, may you die. 1,000 deaths. A jet-black arrow erupted from the bones. It lunged for Lu Chen. His face paled. This is an emperor's curse, forged from his very life, essence. Within the obsidian haze, a demonic face screamed, Lu Chen, perish. The arrow swelled, hurtling toward its target. Qi Huang's twisted phantom howled from the smoke. Lu Chen, I'll wait for you in hell. Lu Chen ground his teeth in fury, glaring at the projectile. He summoned a massive seal. Humph, even dead. You seek trouble. He slammed the artifact down. Roar. Saint Tool. Life and death seal. Suppress. Instantly, the dark fog shattered. A pillar of golden radiance pierced the heavens, banishing the darkness. Lu Chen lay amidst the rubble. He stretched lazily, sighing with disdain. Thank heavens for my Saint Tool. Lu Chen rushed over. Frantic. Chuna, are you hurt? Are you all right? Lu Chen looked back calmly. Don't worry, father, I'm fine. Above, Jian Yakyu marveled. An emperor's curse is truly terrifying. If the formation hadn't weakened it, then Lu Chen glared at Qi Huang's remains. To think he's still unleashed. A saint-level blow. Qi Huang's soul fragment fell into Lin Viet's grasp. He shrieked, Lin Viet, how dare you imprison my soul? What do you want, you snake? Lin Viet crushed the spirit, shouting, You slaughtered my family and destroyed my body. I'll scatter your soul to the winds. Only then will I be satisfied. You vanish today. Much later, Lu Chen sat up with a heavy sigh. Phew, I'm absolutely drained. Search the city for survivors. I'm resting. The Martial King appeared with a pouch. Young Master Lu, this is Qi Huang's storage bag. Lu Chen pulled out a manual and laughed. Let's see what treasures this emperor hid. He tossed the book to General Li. A useless emperor rank manual. Give it to the guards. General Li caught it. Ecstatic. Huh, thank you, Your Highness. He rummaged further, shouting, is that it? Damn, nothing left. What a beggar. This dead Qi Huang was truly pathetic. Lu Chen gave a sly grin and a thumbs up. No matter, Qi Huang was weak and poor. But today, you are the new emperor. Tomorrow, we move to the imperial palace. Lu Zhenjiang gasped. Emperor already, moving to the palace. Is this too fast? The Martial King interjected, with Qi Huang dead. Lord Lu is naturally the new monarch. No doubt about it. But young master, what of Lu Jing's map? Lu Chen replied calmly. I checked the bag thoroughly. No map found. The Martial King frowned. Really? Then we must search the palace tomorrow for any clues. Lu Jing was a Saint Realm legend. Qi Huang surely knew the map's value and hid it well. The Martial King recalled Lu Jing scattering 8 fragments. He continued. Before Liu Jing's fall, he left a tomb map split into 8 pieces. The Martial King sighed. Many great families are hunting for them. As our young master's junior brother, we should cooperate. Lu Chen stood up, nodding. So that's why Qi Huang found a pseudo-saint tool in this remote place. Likely thanks to that map, he mused. Real saint tools must be there. Countless clans will fight for it. Hee hee! I love chaos, the Martial King thought. Just don't backstab our young master. Outside the palace, Feng Chonglin noted to a purple-haired man. The commotion has stopped. The emperor must have finished the rebels. The purple-haired man looked inside. Worried, strange, His Majesty's aura has vanished. Could he have fallen? Feng Chonglin snapped back. Impossible. His Majesty is a true emperor. How could he fall in a place like Lu Kingdom? He's likely concealing his presence from prying eyes. A guard walked out with a bin, and the man shouted, Hey, garbage collector! What's the status? Has the great Emperor Qi Huang crushed the rebels yet? The guard jumped, startled. Huh? What nonsense are you spewing? Our Lu Kingdom is invincible. Killing a mere emperor was child's play. As for your great emperor, the formation turned him to ash. He's in this trash pile. Go ahead and look. With that, he dumped the soot and dirt onto the ground. Feng Chonglin broke into a cold sweat. What? The man screamed in disbelief. No, Your Majesty. The next day, Lu Chen and the others were bathed in a brilliant light as he spoke. The teleportation array is ready. Next stop, Qi Imperial City. The master alchemists, Mo Hengkang and Pu Shengzi, suddenly stopped them. Wait, so much happened while we were in seclusion? Qiu Tian watched Lu Chen's back, adding, Indeed, only 6 months. Qi Kingdom has a new ruler, truly worthy of Prince Lu Chen. At the Qi Palace, a flash of light signaled their arrival. As Lu Chen led the way, the crowd fell to their knees, shouting, Hail, the new emperor! Long live the emperor! Eldama of the Bai family, Bodlo. This humble servant greets the new emperor and young master Lu Chen smiled. Are you the head here? You look familiar. Have we met? Eldama recalled a memory. Your Highness? Last month? You executed rebels at my family's arena. I was fortunate to witness your grace. Lu Chen stood tall, chin held high. Ah! That's right. Your family has quite the reach. Now, tell me the state of the capital. Eldama smiled. Trembling in fear, after hearing of their legendary feats, the officials dared not oppose the takeover. The guide's voice continued the introduction. Yet, Prince Qijing vanished the moment he heard of the Emperor's fall. A peak King Realmmaster won't just surrender, Lu Chen mused, stroking his chin. A mere King Realm cultivator is just a side character. Ignore him! Lead me to the Emperor's treasury. Ma, the elder beckoned, guiding the group. So this is the heart of the Qi Kingdom. The vault must be deep within. Lu Chen whistled, impressed by the palace's sheer scale. But look at this formation. Eldama frowned. As you can see, young master, the survivors have sealed the palace behind a massive defensive barrier. Breaking through won't be easy, King Wu muttered. A rank 6 array. This is trouble. Swordmaster Jian laughed, extending a single finger. No matter. My rank 6 sword intent can shatter this like glass. Watch closely. With a casual flick, he pierced the barrier and unleashed a devastating palm strike. Sword intent. Blast through. A jagged hole ripped open instantly. Jian smirked. See, child's play. But his smile vanished as he noticed. The gap sealed instantly, leaving him stunned. What? It regenerated. No. These are overlapping, rank 6 formations. I underestimated that dead emperor's hidden trump cards. A eunuch emerged, sneering with a command token. Powerless, are we? Lu Chen, you third-rate trash. You're nothing without your tricks. Now, feel the wrath of our imperial protection. Lu Chen studied the glowing runes before pointing a mocking finger at the frantic eunuch. Hey, old man, playing dirty? I'm going to smash this turtle shell of yours. Lu Zhanghang stepped forward. Careful, son! Don't be reckless. It's a rank 6 formation, after all. Lu Chen chuckled. Relax. Old man, this is just a rank 6 Earth Spirit combination array. My master uses stuff like this as scrap paper. It's literal garbage. Watch me dismantle this pathetic barrier right before your eyes. Lu Chen's palm blazed with golden energy as he struck. 1 for Can, 2 for Chen, rotating through the 9 heavens. Align the elements. There, the legate. His eyes glowed crimson. I've found the core. Crimson flames erupted from his hand. Since the heart is exposed, shatter. He slammed his full power into the core. The formation disintegrated into stardust. The eunuch's jaw dropped. Impossible. How did he find the core so fast? Lu Chen smirked. I've spent enough time in the latrine back home to recognize toilet paper when I see it. I could find this core in my sleep. But suddenly, his gaze sharpened. Something fell off amidst the shards of the broken barrier. Karmic fire exploded outward. Lu Chen's face paled. What? A cold voice hissed from the shadows. It's a detonation trap. Fool. Boom. A massive blast engulfed Lu Chen in a pillar of fire. Lu Zhenheng screamed in horror. No. What have you done? Chun, my son, he wailed in agony. Jian and King Wu stood frozen. Master Lu, who would use such a cowardly trap? The eunuch laughed. Die, you arrogant brat. The eunuch cackled. Prince Qihan's genius plan worked perfectly. Inside the hall, Qihan watched with a cold sneer. So you found the core of a rank 6 array. Big deal. You're still just a reckless fly. Prince Qihan's eyes glinted with malice. A mere Transcendent Realm brat shouldn't play with fire. Death is the only end for the stupid. Lu Zhenheng dived into the billowing smoke. Chun, answer me. His eyes bloodshot with rage. He roared, if my son is hurt, I'll grind this entire kingdom into dust. I'll kill you all. Harm the sword master of the Emperor Palace, and we will erase Great Key from the map. Not a single soul or blade of grass will survive our wrath. Jian stood grimly as the dust settled. King Wu was drenched in a cold sweat. If Lu Chen dies, the heavens will literally fall. If the young master falls, Empress Su Yingxia will tear this world apart in her grief. Then, a voice emerged from the debris. Cough. ... Stop crying, old man. Lu Chen waved a soot-covered hand. I'm fine. A rank 6 blast isn't enough to take me down. Phew. That was close. Thank the heavens for my thunder-tempering art. Anything below rank 7 is just a tickle to my skin now. You reckless idiot! His father roared, charging toward him. Why did you jump into the blast? Lu Chen just grinned sheepishly. Relax, Dad. See, not a scratch on me. Qihan watched from afar, his face twisting in fury. How is that monster still alive? He's a monster. Qihan muttered, summoning a teleportation mist. Mark my words, Lu Chen. Next time we meet, I will definitely make you die without a place to be buried. Lu Chen watched the mist fade. A teleportation talisman. Cowardcha. Runs fast. Who is this sinister villain? Lu Zhanghang sighed. That's the late emperor's son, Qihan. I didn't expect him to keep this move. Don't underestimate him. Lu Chen chuckled. He's just a dog who lost his home. As he entered the palace, the servants fell to their knees. Greetings, Emperor Lu. Long live. Long live. 10,000 years. The eunuch, trembling and pale, forced a desperate, hollow laugh. Master Lu, you are peerless. This lowly servant was blind to your greatness. Lu Chen narrowed his eyes. Begging now. You're out of luck. Old man. Mercy. Prince, I beg of you. Lu Chen raised a finger, a playful glint in his eye. Luckily for you, I'm a merciful man. Care for a deal. Show me the secret treasury, and you live. The eunuch's eyes lit up. You've got the right man. I've served the emperor for 35 years. I know every hidden brick in this vault. Follow me, Majesty. He led Lu Chen to a massive, reinforced structure. This is it. The emperor's entire fortune is within these walls. Lu Chen tossed the glowing stone in the air. Just a bunch of spirit stones. Only a few 100 million. He scoffed. What? A joke? Even the beggars in the holy sanctuary are wealthier than this pathetic emperor. But Prince, this is 6 months of the nation's total tax. The eunuch stammered. Lu Chen crushed the stone into dust, grinning. Fair point. In this godforsaken wasteland, the only thing of value is that tattered saint artifact, Jian Yakyu. Questioned Lu Chen. Is that so? No map in the palace. Lu Chen replied. That rat Qihan likely stole it. He was lurking there. I see. Qihan's teleportation array was amateur work. I've recalibrated it. Its destination is the Peacock Dynasty. Lu Chen turned to Jianyuki. The Peacock Dynasty and the Qi Emperor were close. Let's pay them a little visit. Old man, rename the country and send invitations. Invite everyone to our grand opening in 1 month. I'm leaving now. The old man snorted. Be careful. Don't let them ambush you again. Lu Chen laughed. Who would dare touch me? Qihan, I've memorized your face. Meanwhile, in the Peacock Dynasty, a sapphire light ascended into the sky. He watched the flickering array. Incoming! From Qihan stepped out, shouting, I am the son of the emperor. Greetings, senior. But a voice boomed. I am in secluded cultivation. Leave. The elder's expression remained cold and unyielding. The Lord is in deep meditation. Begone? Qihan gnashed his teeth. What? Our fathers were sworn brothers. My father needs aid, and you refuse. The elder frowned. The bond between your fathers belongs to them alone. Amir Jr. has no right to lecture us. Leave now, or be forcibly removed. Qihan turned away, seething. Bullying me just because you're a king realm. Damned fossil. He cursed under his breath. Curse you, Lu Chen. Curse you all. Just wait. You'll pay. With a flash of light, he vanished through the portal once more. The Emperor of Qi is dead. But how? Who did this? Suddenly, a violet glow erupted from the array. The array hummed again. Another one from Qi. If he begs again, I'll break his legs. Inside, Lu Chen waited. We're here. The Peacock Dynasty. Honestly, it looks like a dump. The elder's face twisted in absolute fury. Who dares mock us? Lu Chen smirked. Old man, I've already slain the Qi Emperor. Now, hand over his son. A voice echoed. Elder Qin, let them in. Startled, he obeyed. Lu Chen glared, his gaze sharp and Give me Kui, and or I'll tear this place down. The elder snorted. That brat fled long ago. You're too late. However, my lord wishes to see you. Follow me. Emperor Kangyan awaits you in the guest hall. Emperor Kangyan watched silently. Intriguing. How can a mere Transcendent Realm youth slay a mighty emperor? A man stepped forward. My lord, if you have doubts, let me test his worth. It was guard Kongjuan. I'll see if he's truly extraordinary. Kangyan nodded. Very well. Kongjuan, show me what he can do. Kongjuan blocked their path. Halt. Lu Chen tilted his head, unimpressed. And what do you think you're doing? Your emperor invited us. Lu Chen narrowed his eyes. You're blocking us. Is this a rebellion against your sovereign? Kongjuan. What? A sharp tongue. A lowly transcendent like you has no right to face our sovereign. Prove your strength or die. Lu Chen sighed. Do you trash never get tired? Suddenly, a peacock's tail erupted. Arrogant brat. Behold the peacock holy armor. Lu Chen stifled a laugh. I expected a real technique. Not this. It's just a suit made of wild chicken feathers. Kongjuan roared. Boasting is all you're good for. This armor is invincible. Try and break it if you dare. Lu Chen stared at the phantom and laughed. How unfortunate. That happens to be my specialty. A single glowing feather appeared. A legendary technique indeed. The life force of the demon saint. But what if I hold his feather? Lu Chen hurled the artifact with force. Born from the same source, your armor is useless against this. Kongjuan watched in horror as light neared. Die, chicken, armor. Lu Chen yelled. Suddenly, a hand reached out and snatched the feather from the air. Kangyan gripped the artifact. The divine peacock feather. Truly, it shatters the armor. Kongjuan, you have lost. My lord, Kangyan, ignored him. Only one divine feather remains in this entire world, if I recall. And that feather belongs to my disciple, Kongshu. A new figure stepped forward with a deep, questioning frown. Where did you get this? He wondered. That strike was lethal. Only an emperor should have survived it. A mere transcendent with such power. Lu Chen grinned. So Kongshu is one of yours. What? A small world. That guy absolutely idolizes me back at Wind Thunder Pavilion. We're practically brothers. Lu Chen laughed, pointing at himself. This feather is proof of our bond. He began to reminisce, though his mind was busy weaving a tale. Poor Kongshu was bullied for his country looks when he arrived. But then, I stepped in! I couldn't stand the injustice. I thrashed those bullies until they begged for mercy at my feet. Since then, he's worshipped me. He gave me this heirloom and even revealed your armor's weakness. Lu Chen laughed. Karma dictates all. I'll return this feather to its rightful owner today, ending this debt, he mused. This tattered feather is useless for refining and impossible to reclaim. I'll gift it as a gesture. The Zhao army bowed and roared. It seems I misjudged you, young master. My disciple Kang Shui owes you his life. Kang Yan watched him, calculating his next move. So young, yet possessing such overwhelming power. He must have a legendary background in the Wind Thunder Pavilion. I cannot offend him. He stepped toward Lu Chen and spoke loudly. This was all a misunderstanding. On behalf of the Peacock Dynasty, I apologize. Young Master Lu, Kihan did visit the palace recently, but I drove him away. His location is unknown, but I'll dispatch scouts to help you search. Lu Chen chuckled. Then I shall take my leave. Emperor, he thought to himself. This ruler is sharp. Saved me the trouble of a hunt. As the teleportation array glowed, Kang Yan bowed. The path is open. Safe travels, young master. Lu Chen gasped at the flickering light. Oh, another visitor. Your Peacock Dynasty is quite lively today. Emperor Lu Ling popped out, his laughter echoing through the hall. Brother Kang Yan, I'm back for a free meal. Why the gloomy face? Are you trying to ward off evil spirits today? What's on the menu? Lu Ling asked. Kang Yan Snap back. You gluttonous pig. Move. You're blocking young Master Lu's array. Lu Ling squinted at Lu Chen. Lu Chen. That name, it's rubbing me the wrong way. Where have I heard it before? Just hearing it makes my skin crawl. Lu Chen raised an eyebrow. Old man, are you looking for trouble? He gritted his teeth. I remember. My daughter, Qing Cheng, keeps rambling about his senior brother, Lu Chen. 1,000-year beauty. But you're just an ugly brat. Must be a different guy. I'll let you slide. Lu Chen frowned. Greetings, elder. I actually do have a junior sister named Liu Qing Chen. Lu Ling lunged forward, pointing a finger. What? It really is you. How dare you bully my daughter? Lu Chen forced a nervous smile. So you're her father? There must be a misunderstanding. Lu Ling barked. Misunderstanding? I heard you lured my daughter to a private dinner. You even used a concealment array. What exactly happened in there? Lu Chen's face went pale. Wait, uncle, let me explain. Lu Qing Cheng suddenly appeared. Father, stop being so dramatic. Let senior brother go. She jumped up and down, pouting at him. He just bought me dinner and gave me gifts, she argued. Senior brother would never bully me. We are completely innocent. Lu Ling huffed. My naive daughter. Why would he give you such treasures? Even a sacred weapon. For nothing. Don't be blinded by money. My precious girl. Lu Chen nervously pulled out a dragon-scaled fish. Haha, uncle. It's a misunderstanding. Please, accept this humble, dragon-scaled fish. What? A dragon-scaled fish? One of the 8 wonders. Lu Ling drooled instantly. The aroma, my boy. I mean, my dear nephew. I'm entrusting my daughter to you. Nephew, Lu Chen bowed. I'm glad you like it. My father's coronation is in 1 month. I hope you'll attend. Please don't refuse, uncle. Lu Chen dashed into the array, waving a final goodbye to the father and daughter. Junior, sister, uncle, I must go. See you in a month. Liu Ling waved back. Safe travels. Nephew, I'll definitely be there to feast. Kang Yan watched from the roof. If he's her senior brother, isn't he the disciple of the Jiaoqi? Holy Lord, thank heavens I didn't offend him. No wonder the Qi Emperor fell by his hand. He deserved it. I must prepare a grand gift for his father's coronation next month. 1 month later, the Qi capital was bustling. The herald's voice boomed. The head of the Bai and Wang families have arrived. Lu Zhenjiang raised his hands. Welcome, everyone! Thank you for honoring my coronation. Behind him, Lu Chen watched with a smirk of approval. The old man actually looks like a king in those robes, Lu Chen mused. Suddenly, a soldier rushed in. Prince, Qi Han is near Mirror Lake. Keep him under surveillance, Lu Chen ordered. I'll deal with him personally once the ceremony concludes. He rubbed his chin, lost in thought. Why would that coward Qi Han crawl out now? If he wants trouble, my guest emperors will play with him. Brat, get over here. The Qi Emperor's ally, Kang Yan, has arrived with several powerhouses. Are they here for trouble? Lu Chen laughed. Old man, you're worrying too much. I invited those emperors to be your backup. Lu Chen gave a thumbs up. If anyone dares to ruin this day, they'll answer to them. Lu Zhenjiang sighed, in relief. So they aren't here to start a fight. Just then, Kang Yan appeared, his voice booming through the hall. The Emperor of Qi must be joking. We're here to celebrate young Master Lu's success. Beside him, Liu Ling grinned mischievously. Though if the food is late, I might actually start a riot. Lu Chen chuckled. Uncle, don't worry. I've prepared my finest wine for you. Lu Ling took a sip and gasped. What? Heavenly nectar! Even my cultivation bottleneck is loosening. Kang Yan removed his mask and spoke. You fool! That's Immortal's intoxication, ranked 9th among all treasures. It's the ultimate brew on sip, can make even a god stagger. For an emperor, it allows one to grasp the laws of heaven and earth while intoxicated. Power surges. Ching Cheng stared at her cup. I have to try, she chirped. Lu Chen reached out. Wait, it's too strong for you. But she already drank it, her cheeks flushing crimson. Senior brother, you're mean. Why did you hide such amazing wine from me? She pouted. Lu Chen sighed. This wine can knock out emperors. You're a mere cultivator. One drop will leave you unconscious for days. How could I let you drink it? Liu Ling glared at her. Have you no shame getting drunk in public? Ching? Ching Cheng huffed. You're a coward who listens to mother at home, but you scold me. He broke into a cold sweat, countering, What is this brat babbling about? I don't follow her orders. I'm just being a gentleman. LCHin stood frozen in shock. To think the mighty Liu was a hen-pecked husband. Liu Lang turned to LCC Turn. Nephew, get this girl to her room. Don't let her embarrass us further. On it, he replied instantly. LCC Turn kicked the door open with a bang. Cradled in his arms, Liu Chen giggled, stroking his face. Senior brother. This wine is divine. ... I want more. Where are you taking me? LCC Turn looked down at her, hardening his resolve. That's it. No more wine for you. Ever again. You turn into a completely different person when you're drunk. He laid her gently on the bed. Sleep now, little brat. It's time I took out that trash. Ti-Han. Every move he made was reflected in a shimmering mirror. A hand gripped a sword hilt as a cold huff echoed. Hump. LCC Turn. Having quite the time, aren't you? With a violent swing, the mirror shattered. Huing Theon Va, the demon sect saintess, lashed her whip in a fury. Still have the heart to play with that little vixen. She gritted her teeth, shouting his name. LCC Turn. I'm coming for you. LCC turned, watched the martial king's silhouette. The golden gods reported sightings of Ti-Han nearby. He narrowed his eyes. What's the situation? Give me the details. The guard bowed low. We found traces of TN's residence. He's been hiding here for a while, the martial king reported with cupped hands. But the target has vanished for now. LCC turned, squinted at a flickering light on the lake. A candle in the middle of the water. Let's investigate. He entered the pavilion, staring at the burning wick. No one's here. How is it still burning? The martial king whispered a warning. Young Master LCC, we should retreat. This feels wrong. Something is off. Suddenly, a chilling voice drifted from the shadows. Martial King, you just arrived. Why the rush to leave? The martial king spun around, his face pale. Who's there? This aura. An emperor, realm expert. LCC turned, frowned. I didn't sense you earlier. Using secret arts, I presume. The man in black chuckled. I stayed to erase T-tracks, but I didn't expect to hook a big fish like you. LCC turned. LCC turned, cursed under his breath. He gritted his teeth, realized the trap. Asterisk, damn it. A top-tier sealing art. Only an emperor can manifest. I'm a sitting duck. Asterisk. Right then, Thi-Yun emerged from the darkness. LCC turned. We meet again. He wore a sinister smirk. Let's see how arrogant you are now. Ti-Han glared at him with icy eyes. No matter who backs you, even with 3 emperors protecting your family, what use is it? You've fallen right into my hands. He let out a dark, haunting laugh. Tell me, if I serve your severed head to your father as a side dish for his wine, what face will he make? Will he go insane with rage? Ti-Han. The man in black barked from above. The Yellow Spring Hall has use for this boy. He's not yours to touch. Ti-Han bowed instantly. Understood! Understood. The martial king hissed through his teeth. Yellow Spring Hall. So Tihan traded Liu's map for your protection just to hunt us down. Yellow Spring Hall. LCC turned mused. The name felt hauntingly familiar, like a shadow looming over his past. A hand reached out, grabbing him. Enough talk. Let's go. The sleeve dimension technique activated. Soon, LCC turn was slumped against an ancient tree. My spiritual power is sealed. I can't move a muscle. And they said someone wants to see me. Yellow Spring Hall. Could it be? A hand pushed the door open. LCC Trine's eyes widened as Huing Theon VA walked in. I knew it was you. She laughed, triumphantly. Ha. Long time no see. LCC turn. Surprised? You're finally my prisoner! Tihan cackled from behind her. Haha. Didn't expect this. Did you? I've joined Lady Huing. I'll make sure you'll beg for death. I'll skin you alive. She suddenly spun around, glaring at Tihan. Scram! Know your place. Did I give you permission to speak while I'm talking? Tha unfroze, bowing in terror. Lady Huing, forgive me. I am your loyal servant. I meant no disrespect. Tcnh, the Emperor's brother, stepped forward and delivered a stinging slap to Tihan's face. Shut up! Stop making excuses. He bowed deeply. Lady Huing, my family failed to discipline this boy. Please, forgive his insolence. I've dealt with him. She didn't even look back. Both of you, get out. Don't ruin my fun. She turned her gaze to LCC turn. So, dying to know why I'm here. A wicked smile spread across her lips. Everything you did to me in the Azure Realm years ago. I'm going to pay you back, piece by piece. LCC turn broke into a cold sweat. They say women and fools are the hardest to deal with. You're still holding a grudge over that. She leaned in, her face inches from his. You bastard! You have no idea how much I suffered because of you. Her eyes flared with a hypnotic light. Look into my eyes. You jerk! You are my dog. My loyal dog. Hearts flickered in his eyes as he began to bark. LCC turned, tilted his head up, tongue out. Master... woof. I am your most loyal hound. Woof. Huing Theon VA snapped her fan open, laughing wildly. Ah, that's much better. She settled onto a cushion, her voice turning sultry. Come here, you stupid dog. Lick my feet. His eyes sparkled with unnatural excitement. Woof, woof. Yes, master! LCC turned, stared at her bare feet, and shouted, Your loyal dog LCC Turnabays. I will lick your jade-like feet until they shine. Master. Huing Theon VA ran her hand down her waist. Her finger slid down to her knee as she beckoned him. Good boy, LCC turn. Come here. She used her toes to lift his chin. Her cheeks flushed as she whispered, Come to your master. Good boys get rewards. She licked her lips, lifting her leg higher. LCC turn. Be a good boy. Lick them for me, she commanded. LCC Trine's tongue darted out. Yes, master. But just as he was about to touch her skin, he paused, a smirk hidden in his eyes. She recalled the humiliation. Asterisk in the Azure Realm. You destroyed my cave, stole my treasures, and used your power to bully me. You even stuffed me in a sack like luggage. Asterisk. Now, the tables have turned. You'll crawl at my feet. LCC Turn watched her, thinking, this woman is truly an idiot. Asterisk. Did she really think her pathetic charm technique could work on me? I thought someone dangerous sent her. But it's just this brat seeking petty revenge. Asterisk. Asterisk. You want to play games? Fine. Asterisk. Suddenly, he lunged forward, licking her face instead. She screamed in pure horror. What? You. Huing Theon VA shoved him away, trembling with rage. Stop. You stupid dog. I said my feet, not my face. He grinned, the spell completely broken. Well, your feet aren't dirty, but your face. Now that was stinking of arrogance. I had to clean it for you. She turned red with fury. You bastard. Wait. Weren't you charmed? She shrieked. Why are you still talking? Lu Chen leaned in, his face inches from hers. Realized it just now, he mocked. Did you really think your pathetic little tricks could make someone like me surrender? You're truly beyond help. She lashed out with her whip in a blind fury. Lu Chen, I'll kill you. He leaped back, teasing. Whoa. This woman is vicious. You're scaring me to death. He taunted her with a beckoning finger. I'm standing right here, and you can't do a thing. Frustrating, isn't it? Suddenly, shadow guards rushed in. Mistress, are you all right? Is he attacking you? Tam Xianwu turned, her voice freezing the air. Who let you in? Get out, now. But, my lady, this brat's insolence deserves death, a guard persisted. Time is running out. Let your humble servants end his life for you. Qijing chimed in from behind. She's right. His insults are unbearable. If he knows any of your weaknesses, he's a threat that must be eliminated. Kill him now, and no one will ever know, he whispered with a sinister grin. He hoped the underworld Ho princess would do his dirty work. He's looked down on you for too long, Qijing added, stirring the pot. If someone dared to humiliate me like that, I'd gouge out their eyes and sever their limbs. Temps Tianwu stroked her chin and smiled. Not a bad suggestion at all. She pointed straight at Qijing. Then start by gouging out your own dog eyes. Qijing turned pale. What? Mistress! Before he could react, fingers struck. Silence! You'll dare. Question! The guard hissed. Qijing's agonizing scream filled the room. My eyes. My eyes. Tang Tianwu laughed hysterically. A dog must know its place. How dare you spy on my business or think you're smart enough to advise me, you, and your pathetic nephew, ... No longer even have the right to be my dogs. Lu Chen watched her with a sigh. Serving this demon. They really picked the wrong master. He stroked his chin thoughtfully. A princess of the demon cult, ruthless and unpredictable. Those two from the Qi family were truly beyond saving. Temps Tianwu turned her sharp gaze back to him. Now, Lu Chen, where is my purple phoenix sword? Hand it over, and I might be merciful. He held up a finger, smirking. For a saintess, you're awfully attached to that piece of junk. I gave it to my junior sister as a toy. You animal, she screamed. Easy to say, when it's not your treasure. She touched her lips, her eyes glinting with a dangerous realization. But that little sister of yours? You spent over half an hour locked in a room with a woman today? What were you two doing? She's right there, sleeping soundly on that bed, isn't she? Lu Chen's expression darkened. You're stalking me? What are you planning? I'm warning you, he said, his voice cold. She's a saint's disciple. Touch her, and you'll pay. A guard snapped, captured and still acting tough. Wait. Temps. Tianwu intervened. If you want to die, don't drag me down with you. The guard was confused. My lady? What do you mean? His master is a saint. If you kill him and trigger the saint's will, we're all dead. The guards stared at Lu Chen in absolute disbelief. A saint's will. He's that important to a legend. As a faint spectral aura began to manifest behind him, she continued her explanation. A saint's will is a soul fragment sealed within a core disciple. It's a final defense that triggers if their life is in mortal danger. Once activated, that soul power forms a saint's avatar. Anything below the saint realm will be wiped from existence. It's a true death sentence. Clutching his ruined eyes, Qijing seethed with hatred. A saint, his backer, is a saint. Why is the world so unfair to me? Everyone, out. Temps. Tianwu commanded, I'll deal with him myself. She leaned down, eyes locking onto his. Now, it's just you and me. That seal protects your life, she whispered. But I don't need to kill you to hurt you. I can target the people you love instead. She pressed a finger against his lips. For example, your precious little sister, Lu Chen. Lu Chen exploded in rage. Don't you dare touch her. She smirked, enjoying his reaction. Oh, getting serious now. You care for her quite a bit. Your relationship must be quite special. Didn't you hear? Lu Chen retorted. She's a disciple of the Desolate Realm's Holy Lord. Can your sect truly handle that kind of war? Her teeth clenched in frustration. You think I won't dare? Maybe I'll just try it. And see. Lu Chen held up his hands to pacify her. Look, just don't do anything stupid. If you hurt her, our bond is gone. We'll be enemies until the end of time. Temps. Tianwu bit her lip. Our bond, ... She mused silently. Asterisk. So, he does have a conscience. But aloud she asked, Are you actually worried about the two of us? He looked at her with a deep, unreadable gaze. She sighed. Fine. If you do one thing for me, I'll leave her alone. One condition. Name it, he replied instantly. So confident. She laughed. But this won't be easy. She held up one slender finger. Steal the Emperor guarding sword for me, and we'll call it even. Lu Chen's eyes widened. The Southern Imperial clans. Ancestral treasure. The Emperor sword. No way. Sweat beaded on his forehead. The Southern Imperials are a top-tier beast tribe. That's a suicide mission. Is there anything you aren't afraid of? She mocked. Or is there another lover of yours waiting there that you're protecting? Lu Chen exhaled sharply. Fine. I'll do it. But swear you'll never harm Qing Cheng again. Tang Tianwu gave a cold, jealous smile. I'll agree to that. But I never want to hear her name from your mouth again. He grinned. Why do you hate her so much? Jealous? Cracker whip struck the ground near him. Stop talking! Lu Chen dodged, laughing. Fine. I'll stop asking. My lady! But that Liujing map Tihan had. You have it, don't you? It's no use to you. So why not just give it to me? She glared at him. And who do you think you are to demand things from me? Lu Chen sighed, spreading his hands. Come on, be generous. A Saint Realm tomb is a treasure trove. As a penniless rogue cultivator, I'm starving for resources and destiny's favor. Tamstein, Vu said, tossing her hair. Cut the act. You give away Saint here. Weapons like candy. So stop insulting the name of rogue cultivators. She scoffed, her voice sharp. I'm in the Desolate Realm for Lu Jing's map. But I'm not alone. Monsters from other realms have already arrived. Lu Chen frowned, stroking his chin. Just for one tomb. Is there some world-shaking relic buried in there? Tang Thin. Vu leaned in and whispered, Indeed. Rumor has it, a peerless treasure was born within that grave. Edibai, Payashido. His eyes widened in shock. What? A divine fire seed, he muttered, remembering that divine fires are celestial flames born from cosmic mutations. They evolve by devouring each other, eventually becoming horrors that can incinerate the heavens. Legend says the Heaven Realm once faced a divine fire calamity. The sky shattered as black flames rained down. Everything they touched was instantly erased into nothingness. Even the void burned. The ground melted into 10,000 miles of magma, creating a boundless land of eternal fire. That apocalyptic disaster was only quelled after countless saints sacrificed their lives, leaving behind mountains of white bone. Lu Chen's voice grew heavy. The essence remaining after such a flame falls is the divine fire seed. It can be refined and tamed. By nurturing it with one's soul, one can command the absolute power of divine fire. He paused. It's not just about raw power, but it's the ultimate dream for every alchemist and blacksmith. It drastically boosts the success rate and quality of any refinement. Temsi Thinvu held up 4 fingers with a smirk. And word is, Liu Jing's tomb hides 4 of them. That many, he gasped. No wonder you're circling like a shark sensing blood. Fine. I'll help you handle the tomb. We'll discuss the true Phoenix Sword later. It's too complex for now. Temsi Fiend nodded. Fine. Just don't try any tricks. We hunt for the remaining map fragments tomorrow. As night fell over the glowing city, Ki-han shouted, Uncle, what happened? He glared at the injured Kijing. Who did this to your eyes? The man hissed through gritted teeth. Who else? That menace? Ki-han looked at Lu Chen's portrait, pierced by a dagger on the wall. Kijing roared. We were played for fools. She promised to kill Lu Chen, but now she's clinging to him like a loyal dog to its master, practically begging to do his dirty work. Kijing gripped Ki-han's shoulder tightly. Nephew, we can't let them win. Follow them to the Liu dynasty's ruins. If they actually find the tomb, Ki-han let out a cold, chilling laugh. I'll strike when the time is right and crush their schemes at Black Armor City. At the city gates, Temstian turned to her men. Keep searching for the map shards. Watch the other realm's experts closely. Find out exactly who is targeting the treasure. They bowed low. Understood. Lu Chen watched her, thinking, the young mistress of Yellow Spring Hall. ... definitely has some bite. Looking toward the horizon, she added. Liu Jing built this dynasty alone to find his secrets. Everyone will gather here. With so many eyes searching, the map will be completed soon, revealing the tomb's location. To be safe, I'll scout the other factions. I'll call you when it's time. He gave her a playful, cheeky grin. Then I won't bother you. Try not to miss me too much. She cussed him as he vanished into the crowd. I can't just sit around either. Time to gather some intel of my own. He spotted a drowsy storyteller. Let's see what he knows. Lu Chen tossed a gold bar, shouting, Wake up, old man. I've got a job for you. I need some answers. The man's eyes gleamed as he caught the gold. What does the young master wish to know? I'm an open book. Lu Chen raised a finger. I'm new here. Tell me about this land's history. ... and everything about the great Saint Lu Jing. The storyteller straightened up, his voice booming. You've come to the right man, sir. Long ago, the desolate realm's lords were weak, and neighbors invaded, and the common folk suffered in a living hell. But then, a genius from the Liu clan ascended to single-handedly carrying the weight of the entire realm. That man was Liu Jing, the supreme overlord. The storyteller's eyes clouded with memory as his voice dropped to a low rumble. But the saint fell unexpectedly. Without a powerhouse to suppress the world, his great empire crumbled into dust. Since he had no heirs, the throne was split between 3 generals who once fought by his side. They rule in turns. Now, Lu Chen asked hesitantly, but why did such a powerful saint fall? The storyteller's brow furrowed in deep thought. It's a bizarre tale. They say Saint Lu Jing sensed his own demise coming. He leaned forward, revealing the legend. He vanished from the desolate realm for 100 years. Then, just as suddenly, he returned. He chose his own burial ground, drew an 8-piece map, and gave them to the Black Armor Army before vanishing forever. Lu Chen rubbed his chin. Something's wrong. Why give the map to the army instead of his trusted generals? 200,000 soldiers. Finding those pieces is like hunting for a needle in a cosmic ocean. It's like he didn't want to be found. ... But then, why draw a map at all? He pictured the mysterious saint. Was this all just some twisted game to him? A grand treasure hunt for the entire world? Suddenly, a man nearby waved a scroll, screaming, Listen up! There's news. Report to the authorities immediately. The crowd surged forward. What's this? The gold statues of the 4 sacred lords were stolen. Inform the guards immediately for a massive reward. Who could be so heartless to rob the sacred lords? The official shouts at the crowd. A king-breaking pill and 1,000,000 spirit stones for any leads. Lu Chen looks up at the sky, smirking. Now, this is getting interesting. This feels strangely familiar. Could my dear senior brother have arrived? Honestly, in this entire world, the only person capable of such a wicked deed, ... is definitely that guy. Since he's here, I won't be polite. He trapped me back in the green domain once. So, don't blame me for returning the favor. He points a thumb at himself and laughs. Officer, I have a lead. The guard glares at him with a fierce expression. Really? You better not be lying. The Sacred Lord takes this very seriously. If you're here for a fake reward, you know the consequences. Lu Chen just scoffs. I don't just know who did it. I can draw his portrait right now. The official's eyes light up. Interesting. Give this kid some paper and ink. A crowd instantly gathers, watching him intently. On the paper, the figure of Lu Chen's senior brother, Kim Tuan, slowly begins to take shape. Lu Chen holds up the drawing for the official. The man frowns and curses. It's him, a beast in human form. To think he was a common thief. Lu Chen adds fuel to the fire. That's right, sir. This man is a fraud who acts all refined while scamming everyone he meets. He's a low-life scoundrel who'd do anything for a coin. High above, Kim Tuan watches this scene, trembling with rage. Lu Chen, you total bastard! Kim Tuan leaps down, shouting furiously, I saw you enter the city. You just got here. So how can you prove I stole those statues last night? Lu Chen laughs mockingly. Oh, wow! The criminal actually revealed himself and confessed to the crime. The official roars, You there. If you want to prove your innocence, come down and let me search your storage bag. Kim breaks into a cold sweat. Wait, it's not like that. The mob surges forward, eyes gleaming with greed. Is it him? If we catch him, that million is ours. Kim's face pales as the crowd closes in. Don't let him escape! Kim lunges forward, desperate to break through. Get out of my way! Don't you dare block me! After him, he's worth 1,000,000 spirit stones. Kim curs under his breath. I knew meeting that brat Lu Chen would lead to disaster. He looks back at the persistent mob and thinks, these people won't give up. Fine. You forced my hand. He reaches into his storage bag and roars, Statues, come forth. Suddenly, the 4 statues fly out as he laughs maniacally. Ahaha, you want evidence? From my bag? Dream on. I've already refined those statues into liquid gold. The crowd watches in shock as he melts the evidence. He brazenly molds the gold into bars right on the street. Surprised. You were looking for gold statues. What does that have to do with my gold bars? The crowd stands frozen in disbelief. I've seen shameless people before. But this guy, he's on a whole different level. Lu Chen's mouth twitches as he watches. Senior brother, how can you be so utterly shameless? At least, learn from me and find a scapegoat. Suddenly, a man in black appears, laughing. Huh, I didn't expect the young master of the Fingley Pavilion to grace us with his presence. The city lord, Han and Gok, bows deeply. Everyone, stand down. My apologies, young master, for these commoners' rudeness. Please, forgive us. I failed to welcome you properly. I am truly sorry. Kim turns around and laughs, giving the city lord a big hug. Ha ha ha. Han and Gok, my friend, you're the only one with sense. My family is wealthy. Why? Would I ever need to steal? He glares at the crowd and sneers. Heard that. Your city lord says I'm innocent. You, lowlifes, still want to be disrespectful. Lu Chen watches, impressed by the audacity. Classic senior brother. His ability to twist reality and bully others is still legendary. I'm truly humbled. Kim narrows his eyes at Lu Chen. I wondered why I smelled something foul from a mile away. Turns out, this junior brother is still here. Lu Chen forces a smile despite his irritation. Senior, you flatter me. I could never match your distinct aroma of greed and stolen gold. Kim mocks him back. Well, someone has to support our entire clan, but a professional leech like you, how could you understand money? Your only talent is acting for our wealthy master. so she keeps you well fed and pampered. You really have no idea how the world works. He looks at Lu Chen with pure disdain. You're just a pretty little pet who doesn't know his place in the world. Lu Chen counters calmly. Are you jealous of Master's favor? It's not my fault you dress like a tacky country bumpkin. No wonder she dislikes you. They get in each other's faces, sparking fury. Kim hisses. Master only likes you because you're a natural-born scoundrel. You're a disgrace! It's a miracle no one has beaten you to death yet. What a pity! Lu Chen grins. Senior, you're too kind. I love you too much to let you be the only bastard left in this world. They put their arms around each other, still hurling insults. Kim growls. You're like a stick stirring up filth. Lu Chen shoots back. Don't insult filth by comparing it to yourself. You're much worse. Hanangok watches them leave, sweating. Are they really brothers? This sect is terrifying. They're like poisonous insects in a jar. He sighs in despair. Both of them are untouchable monsters. I can't afford to offend either one. A while later, he leads them to a lush area. This is our finest cultivation chamber. Please, make yourselves at home, young masters. Lu Chen asks, seriously, tell me, how many fragments of Lu Jing's map do the three families have? Hanangok holds up 4 fingers. We have 4 pieces! The Pil Emperor Hull has 1, and the Juazi Holy Land has 2. All 7 fragments are finally gathered. As for the secrets they hold, I can't say much. But the final piece is still missing, and I've sent word out to lure it out. 7 fragments gathered in Juqued City. Lu Chen realized the shadow behind the Black Armor Lord was terrifyingly deep. Lu Chen rubbed his chin with a cold smirk. The final piece is with the Yellow Spring Saint. She will be here shortly. Kim Anatuan pointed a mocking finger. Oh, has Junior Brother already crawled into the enemy's bed? A true master of living off women. Lu Chen's face contorted in rage as he crossed his arms. You bastard! Don't think I've forgotten your betrayal. That demonic saintess hunted me for weeks because you sold me out for a statue. You greedy scoundrel. Kim Anatuan laughed heartily. So you knew? Lu Chen ignored him, asking about the surrounding factions instead. Tell me, everyone, those here and those coming. Kim Antuan unrolled a scroll with a sly grin. You asked the right man. First, Ming Kang of the Black Dragon Hall, from the mysterious 9 Heavens. Lu Chen frowned. Never heard of him. Next. Then there is Xia, Tyran, the demonic cult saintess, and experts from the ancient True Sect. Cold sweat ran down Lu Chen's neck. Fantastic. I have offended them both. That Thames woman wants my head on a platter. Kimana. Tuan giggled, listing the Jade Pool and ancient Blue Lands. Junior Brother, these are all old friends of yours, right? Friends. They are all my enemies. Lu Chen shouted. Are they here for the tomb, or just to hunt me down? Looking down over the majestic Juke City, Kim and Tuan glanced at Lu Chen with a questioning look. Why are you suddenly entering secluded cultivation? Kim smirked. Is the great demon king finally feeling the heat? Shut your mouth, Lu Chen hissed, drenched in sweat. There are too many of them. I can't handle this alone. I need more power and a few hidden trump cards. Meanwhile, warriors from all paths gathered within the city walls. A youth knelt before the Black Dragon Master. Young Master Ming, your orders. I will die to fulfill them. Find me someone interesting. Lu Chen is his name. At that moment, the demonic cult established their base nearby. Demonic disciples knelt as a maid entered the hall. Who does the saintess wish for us to track down? Zhang Tairan massaged her temples. Find that bastard, Lu Chen. I'm not just here for the tomb. I need to break his bones. Nearby, Jade Pool disciples glared at the city. So this is... I heard that scoundrel Lu Chen is hiding here. Dewey gnashed his teeth in fury. Lu Chen, we of the Jade Pool are here to settle the score. We'll burn every hair off his head. Han and Gok watched from the shadows, chuckling at the growing chaos. This is getting spicy. Even the Jade Pool wants him dead. Within days, their base was buzzing with activity. Tong Xin-vu led the group. We've delivered the 2 map fragments to the Lord. Our mission is nearly complete. Rest today. Tomorrow, we plan our next move. Liu Qingcheng bit her lip, worried about Lu Chen's disappearance. If only senior brother were here. She blushed, wondering if anything shameful happened while she was drunk that night. The crowd behind them whispered, "Did you hear? Every major power is hunting a man named Lu Chen, the great demon king of the Azure Realm." Tranvu sneered at Qingcheng's worried expression. "Forget him. Your precious brother has caused a disaster that even Juke City can't contain." Lu Chen slammed a nearly complete map onto the table. Only 1 fragment remains. The last piece belongs to Tamsteen Vu. Go on, Lu Chun. Summon your little lady. Fine. Watch how my irresistible charm brings her running. He sparked a flame and launched a signal flare. Witness my greatness. Lu Chun shouted as the signal pierced the sky. "Miss Temps, your master calls." "What a stupid trick!" Kim Anatuan scoffed. "If she actually appears, I'll eat." He stopped as a figure descended. He stared in disbelief. No way. She actually uses such a ridiculous communication method. Tang Thien Vu gripped her whip. "Lu Chun, is the task finished?" Lu Chun smirked, stroking his chin. "Almost. Just need your piece. Also, land already. Everyone can see your underwear from down here. You pervert," she barked, landing quickly. Kim Anatuan cursed silently, comparing her thick skin to Lu Chun's. "Enough talk. The map is complete. Let's move." Tang Thien Vu tossed the final fragment into the center. "The map of Liu Jing." Han and Gok shouted in excitement. "The legendary treasure is finally within our reach." Lu Chen stared at the dragon phantom on the parchment. "It points to the demon dragon abyss, the forbidden zone." Kimina Tuan turned pale. "Even saints have fallen in that cursed place." Han and Gok trembled with fear. "We don't even have a saint-level expert. How can we survive such a death trap?" Lu Chun looked at them, his eyes blazing. "With me here, even a forbidden zone will bow. Let's go." Frowning, he bowed with cupped hands. "It seems we lack the fortune for this map. I leave the exploration to you, too." The Z clan withdraws. Lu Chun smirked at Hanning. "Wise choice. Knowing when to retreat is true intelligence. This abyss is a death trap." Lu Chun raised a finger. "Ancient records state the demon dragon abyss dates back to the primordial era. A supreme dragon once ravaged the world. 5 saints united to suppress it. 2 fell before the soul was finally sealed. As they pictured the beast, Lu Chan's voice echoed. Chained to the dragon-locking pillar, it endures divine lightning every century. The soul has likely faded by now." Kim Ant Toon scoffed. "My version of the legend is quite different from yours. But one thing is certain. This place is forbidden. Lu Jing chose it because the danger remains absolute. He likely reinforced the traps." Lu Chun mocked him. "Scared? Senior, I understand. A mouse's heart is naturally small. Stay back then. Leave the glory to your junior brother." "Kimina!" Toon roared. "You bastard. My courage dwarfs your tiny brain." Suddenly, a guard shouted, "The Jiao Hai Saint Lord has arrived." Han Engok smiled. "Welcome her!" Lu Chun froze, his mind racing. Even Lu Jing, at his peak, couldn't match her power. Why was she here? Jiao Hai entered with Liu Qinthan, sparking a frenzy. "It's really her." Han Engok and Kim Anatun bowed low. "Greetings, Saint Lord Lu Chun." Disciple Lu Chun greets Master. Kim and Duong broke into a cold sweat. What? They thought. He's backed by more than just the Sword Palace. He truly is the king of pretty boys, clinging to such powerful women. Duong Thian Va stared. His masters include the Velt ruler and now a Saint Lord. His junior sister is also a top disciple. No wonder he warned me before. Was he looking out for me? Duong clutched her chest, moved by the thought. Does this rogue actually care? Zhao Hai spoke. Rise. No need for formalities. I'm not here for scraps. She scanned the room. I'm here to shield my disciple from those who bully the weak. She glared at Kim Anhetun, boy from the Wind Thunder Pavilion. I hear you've been troubling my dear Chuna. Kim turned pale, sweat pouring down. It's a rumor, great Saint Lord. It's purely a misunderstanding. We're practically brothers. Zhao Hai pointed a finger, her voice cold. If I hear you've touched him again, ... I. Single quotes. LL visit your father for tea. Kim coughed blood in shock. This is blatant extortion. He's the one bullying me. Can a pretty boy really do whatever he wants? Damn it. I want to be one too. Zhao Hai sighed. Enough. The dragon soul lives. This abyss is a bottomless maw. You die of old age before reaching the bottom. Only your saint protectors can guide you safely. Lu Chen, don't just stand there. Follow me. Yes. Master? Lu Chen followed. Duong Thian Va bit her lip. This mission was far deadlier than expected. Deep within the shadows, Lu Chen made a cutting motion. Master, if the dragon lives, how did Lu Jing survive? Zhao Hai remained calm. Ignore him. Your goal is the treasure at the bottom. The world-extinguishing black flame. Lu Chen's eyes widened in disbelief. Black flame. Are you serious? Master, the dragon is alive. Sending me down there is basically a death sentence. If you're so powerful, why don't you get it? She kicked him into the void. Down you go. This is your trial, he screamed as he plummeted. Zhao Hai smirked, always looking for shortcuts. He needs to learn to value opportunity. Liu Qin fan watched, sweating at the Saint Lord's ruthlessness. Damn it! It's too deep! Lu Chen wailed. I've been falling for 10 minutes. Where is the ground? A voice echoed in his mind. Lu Chen, can you hear me? It was Zhao Hai's 1,000-mile soul transmission. Listen carefully. The dragon soul isn't rampaging, it's slumbering. You're too weak for it to even notice, but a saint-level expert would trigger its fury immediately. The black flame is currently just a seed. That is why you must go. Find it and refine it. Master, you're really leaving your most handsome, talented, and precious disciple all alone. Zhao Hai chuckled. Of course. Good luck. Find me when you have the seed. He finally hit the ground with a thud. Heartless Master! Finally. I made it to the bottom. Solid ground at last. He felt the damp earth. Ugh. Bones and blood everywhere. A literal field of slaughter. He stood up. Records say this abyss is 60,000 kilometers wide. Searching this entire hellscape would take months. How do I find one tiny seed? Suddenly, he spotted something through the mist. Wait, are those buildings down there? Ancient ruins at the abyss floor. Perhaps a fallen empire once built their capital here. Lu Chen surveys the desolate, spectral city. Does this relic city hold my prize? Suddenly, a glimmer catches his eye. What could this be? A finger bone? Untarnished by time and radiating divine essence. Lu Chen gasps, gripping the mysterious, glowing relic. Rule incarnation, flesh and bone fused with eternal laws. A master of the Saint Realm Stage 2. How could they fall here? A sudden noise behind. Who is there? Lu Chen turns to see Tang. Wait, how did you get down here? She snorts. Think you are the only one with connections. My Saint Realm protector escorted me down personally. Fine, fine. You are the greatest. Still acting like a child. He sighs. Let us stick together in this vast wasteland. Finding the divine flame seed won't be easy. Suddenly, a violent sandstorm erupts. Lu Chen shields his eyes in shock. What on earth? Pitch-black mist swallows them whole. Disgusting. ... The air here is absolutely toxic. Lu Chen grumbles. Something is wrong, she screams. This mist is devouring my spiritual energy. Darkness surges, threatening to consume Lu Chen. Sinister power. It is draining our very life force. Lu Chen yells. Get away from me, you filth, she cries out. Truly a child. Lu Chen chuckles, pulling her close. Stay near me. I will shield you. Wah. What are you doing? Outside. Han. You questions. Saint Lord, Yaoshi, the demon dragon was sealed for millennia. Why is it so immortal? Perhaps ...